Welcome to Digimon.
Hello and welcome to Digimon and welcome to another deck profile. If you like this sort of content, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell so you're not missing out on any of the latest content. Now, today is not an EX9 build, today is just a build that I was having a lot of really janky fun with. It's a deck even, that I have had a lot of fun with for a while, mixed with another deck I have had a lot of fun with. I've come up with Adventure Gatcha. It's got Adventure in it, it's got Gatcha in it. It is what it is. It's really fun. It's surprisingly good when it pops off. It can have consistency issues, I'm not gonna lie. But when it pops off, it is phenomenal. I just had an incredibly funny match against a Lizard Birds player, where essentially we bumped into each other 3 times in a row. So we ended up having like a game, a full match. I got him in game 1 because I managed to bottom deck his big fancy Phoenix 1X, and he rage quit. He then went against me again, and this time I was very inconsistent, and I'm sure he was thinking to himself, whatever that deck build was, it just got lucky against me, whatever. And then I bumped into him again a 3rd time, and this time, using Jijimon, we beat his ass down until there was no security left, and he couldn't do anything against us. He tried, he definitely tried. But a Paladin mode ace then got rid of all of his inheritables, and then he couldn't do anything, which was really funny because he rage quit again. So bad luck to that guy. I get it. I rage quit sometimes on DCGO, mainly when I'm strapped for time, I'll be honest. But we all have the capacity to do it. But to have done that against a build which is quite competent and probably in the top 10 decks right now is pretty funny. So let's get into the deck profile. If I've got time, I may do a gameplay section at the end. I don't know though, because I was umming and ahhing about what to actually do for a video. Settled on this after playing some games, which I probably should have been recording. I need to get in the habit of actually recording all my games, even if they're just, thinking games. And my wife is now home, so I should probably get this done as quickly as possible. Anyways, our egg is Gummymon, just nice and easy. If we've got a green tamer, draw 1. I was really tempted by the Tanemon, or maybe something that gave us some DP, but because of the way we've built this, we don't really need the DP boosts, so instead I went with the Gummymon just to get that extra draw. Then for our rookies, we've gone for an all Palmon lineup. We've got 4 of the BT14 Palmon, to give us the start of main phase. One of your opponent's Digimon will gain in all turns when this Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory, and we've got a couple of different ways of suspending things, so we can gain that 2 memory quite easily. Also has an inheritable of, if you have a green tamer, reduce the digivolution cost by 1 when you digivolve. We've got the Togemon, the Palmon X as well, so 3 copies of this. We've only got 10 rookies in total, which is kind of low, but we kind of need to fit in as many tamers as we could, and try and fit in as much consistency tools as we can. But the Palmon X is cool. Obviously it does a suspend, so we can get the memory off of the Palmon. And also we gain a memory when we play a tamer, which is, it's only 1 memory, but it can make a bit of a difference sometimes, so it's pretty cool. And then we've got the Adventure Palmon, so we trash an adventure trait card in our hand and draw 2, so it's just another consistency tool and gives us 1000 DP all turns. Yes, we have to trash specifically an adventure trait, but we've got enough adventure trait stuff in this that we can do that fairly comfortably. Then going into our level 4s, the one of only 2 remaining green gacha elements in this deck, frankly. We're not playing like Jagamons or any of that sort of stuff. It's just Tortomon and Jijimon. We could possibly play the Koromon in this actually. The one that lets you look at the top card and then put it to the bottom or keep it on the top. Could definitely play that instead of the Gummymon potentially, because if you don't have a tamer out, then the Gummymon's kind of useless, whereas the Koromon can at least give you some idea about what you're going to be going into. But Tortomon is also another card which will give you that sort of control over what you will do with your Gijimon. It's completely a vanilla, apart from its inheritable, which when attacking you may reveal 1 green Digimon card from your hand and place it on top of your deck, and to have this Digimon gain 3000 DP. And it's not a once per turn, so if you do manage to unsuspend, and we do have quite a few unsuspending ways in this deck, then you can do it again, which is quite cool. But the main purpose of it is to stack the top of your deck so that you can play out something specific with your Gijimon rather than just relying on RNG. Then we've got our adventure stuff, so we've got the 2 Kabuterimon. This is just to help us with playing stuff out and also give us a piercing inheritable. example. Let's just play out our Adventure Tamers, which all of our Tamers in this are Adventure Tamers. And then we've got the Togemon, which is a really pivotal card in the deck, and actually really is funny if you play it off of Jijimon, because of the fact, if with the right setup, if you have Tamers... Sorry, I cannot read apparently. If your Tamers with the Adventure trait have 3 or more colours, you then get to Digivolve this Digimon into an Adventure trait card for free. So we did make sure that all of our level 5s are Adventure trait, just to make sure. I did try Palmon, which of course is another kind of green gacha staple, but honestly, because of the Adventure package, we don't need that rush as much as you might think. Then going into the Adventure package, we are of course playing 4 copies of each of the green level 5s, starting with the MegaKabuterimon. So what this guy will do is one of your Digimon unsuspends, so you can, if he gets played out mid Gijimon attack, you can unsuspend your Gijimon so he can attack again. Then for every 2 colours your Tamers with the Adventure trait have, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Now, because of the way that this works, we have only got 3 colours total. So these guys will only be, doing their additional effect to one guy, but that can be enough sometimes. And the fact is, this is not a meta deck. It is a deck that can surprisingly do well against meta decks, as I've found. It's also done surprisingly badly against other ones. But it's really, the thing I think I'll always be really honest with this is not every deck will be perfect every time. Even the best meta decks ever can be imperfect, and people seem to think that a deck can only be good if it does well all the time, and that's just not the case. You can have piloting issues, you can have bricking issues, you can just be up against a bad matchup. It's okay to lose. Sorry, tangent. But, anyways, MegaKabuterimon also gives alliances an inheritable, and also has the your turn effect of when your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if they're again, I can't really read today. When your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, you can give one of them, you can gain alliance, and then one of your Digimon may attack. So really, really cool. The then attack thing is separate, so I think that still goes off regardless. I think. Is it? Am I just lying? You've got the same effect. Play Digimon Adventure trait. This is why I probably should have gone into the other view, really. Bear with. There you go. I've changed views just to make sure I can still read the cards. Because I'm blind. Trait one of your Digimon gains alliance for the turn. Yep, separate sentence, then one of your Digimon may attack. I thought it was a separate sentence. You'd think I would know that because I've played enough Adventure, but I always doubt myself. Anyways, onto our level 5. We've got the Lillymon. So this one suspends all of your opponent's 5000 DP or lower Digimon. And then for every 2 colours your Tamers have, return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, which is pretty damn nice. Also has that same kind of alliance effect that the MegaKabuterimon has, as well as also the same inheritable. Then going into our level 6's star of the show, of course, is Jijimon, who I always, whenever I'm showing him off in the deck build, I put the alt art. I fucking love the alt art. It's still in my mind, it's still one of the prettiest cards in the entire game. I just love bathing in the magnificence of this old man. But he is a really funny card, and he just is so funny ever since Aces came out, because he just can play out Aces for free. So for each green or black, when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you may play 1 Tamer card among them without paying the cost, and place the rest at the top or bottom of your deck in any order, so you can stack the deck for your next effect, which is your when attacking. Once per turn, for each green or black Tamer you have in play, reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. You may play any number of green or black Digimon cards with total play costs add up to 10 or less among them without paying the costs, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So it is just a phenomenal card, playing up to 10 play costs. I did find there was a funny synergy thing earlier on DCGO where I played out Togemon with that effect and Digivolved and did MegaKabuterimon. But at the same time, I also had revealed one of these Palmon, and that's a 4 and a 3, so that's up to 10 play costs. But the Palmon didn't play out for some strange reason, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was a DCGO thing. I don't know if it's a synergy, if it's a timing thing. Let me know in the comments if you reckon that's a timing thing. Because if so, then maybe it would have been a case of playing the Palmon first, but I don't know why the Palmon didn't play out via the effect, because we had enough play cost. But Jijimon is so cool in this. I mean, with the alliance, we can get 2 swings with him really easy because he just plays out a target for himself. With the MegaKabuterimon, we can unsuspend him so he can attack again. So the rush that we would have got from the Palmon is sometimes not needed anymore. Sometimes we do miss it. I will be honest, because when we're playing out some of our aces, for example, they really want to be able to attack right away. But sometimes we can just kind of control the board a bit more with other things and do things that way, or just gives us a really cheap and very big alliance target. So, you know, I still think it's really good, you know, even without the rush, and just, you know, I went for adventure consistency with the lower end. Then into our level 6s, I've got Zephagamon Ace at 2 copies. I've been playing this in my green gacha builds for a little while. I think it's phenomenal. He is like an incredible backup boss monster for us, which it's ironic calling him the backup because he is so clearly better than Jijimon in almost every way. But this is Jijimon's deck, guys. We've got to hold true to our vows. Got piercing, vortex, blocker. He's an ace, so we can play him for free off of the Jijimon because he's under 10 play cost. All turns when any Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend. On play when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon. Then for every 2 suspended Digimon, you may return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So he's really, really cool. With that vortex, he's got that pseudo rush, so he can actually attack, you know, the turn Jijimon plays him out, so long as they've got a Digimon he can attack into. Then we've also got Cherubimon Ace, which actually currently is a bit of filler for me. I say bit of filler for me because I might still keep it in. I need to play test with the other thing I wanted to play with. But in BT22, we've got the Leopardmon Ace coming out, which I'll pop up on screen. And I think that will be really funny. Yes, we've got blocker in here because of Ty and Izzy and the adventure trait stuff, but for all of our stuff that isn't adventure trait, that would make all of our other stuff blockers. And then if any of them leave, we gain 2 memory as well. So I think that could be really good. But for now, Cherubimon Ace is our best other target. He's another way of flooding the board because he plays out a level 4 or lower. And bearing in mind, if he plays out Togemon with the right setup will then digivolve into a level 5. So that is really good. Sets up another ace target. You then also give minus 4,000 DP for each Digimon you have in play. So with Jijimon, if you played something out and then you play something out with this, that's going to be, you know, three other bodies. You know, well, 2 bodies, so -8, and the more bodies you've got, the more it will do. You know, it's just really, really good. Then we've got the Paladin mode ace. I've got 2 copies of this. Back when I was playing Paimon, I definitely would have played this probably like 3, because this was our main, you know, we're going to put this to the top of our deck and play it out. Whereas in this build, not so much. I've almost been tempted to take it out, I'll be honest, so we can add some more consistency tools. But it's the only real level 7 that we've got access to. We can play it out with Jijimon. It gives us a way of kind of removing a lot of inheritables, which could be a problem. Like in that, you know, Lizardbirds matchup where we got rid of all of their on deletion gain memory inheritables and they rage quit. You know, so there's definitely that sort of merit to it. But it's not going to be doing that rush combo anymore. So there is that to contend with, but he does trash everything else. He gets memory back, so if you do manage to go into him on the opponent's turn, you know, whilst acing, and if you gain the memory when they've got a level 7 white card, very situational, doesn't happen a lot. Of course you can do that with your own Paladin mode ace, so if you've got another Paladin mode ace in the trash and you go into this and then return all of your stuff to the deck, then you gain the 3 memory, which is pretty cool. Then when attacking, by returning one of your opponent's Digimon, no Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck, unsuspend this Digimon. So he is still pretty cool. You know, I would be very tempted to put Quartzmon in this maybe instead, but that whiffs with the Gijimon effect, and we kind of want to make that as consistent as possible. And there isn't really any other green aces that would be good. There's like Examon Ace, but the Examon Ace is in fact, let's take a quick look at Examon Ace as a tech card option. Where is he? There he is. So it doesn't have an on play, which is the main thing. It's got the raid, piercing, blocker, evade, which is cool. So it gives you a blocker, I guess. But no on play. When any Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend. So, you know, it doesn't do a whole lot for us. There isn't really another target that we could use to kind of get the kind of have another ace that we could use. Like I say, you could use Quartzmon. Or something like that, but I'm not. Then for our Tamers, we've got 4 copies of the Joe and Mimi and the Ty and Izzy. These are the only green adventure Tamers. I wish there was like maybe one more that was black, because Jijimon can play black Tamers out as well. But this will have to do. The Joe and Mimi gains us a memory at start main if we've got an adventure trait in play. So it doesn't always come up because obviously we're playing like half an adventure deck, not a full one. But it is there. And then the Ty and Izzy gives us the blocker to all of our adventure trait Digimon, which comes up a bit more because we can, once we flooded the board, they're there. But both of them also have an effect to reduce the play cost of our adventure trait Digimon by 1. So the more of them we've got out, the more we can reduce. We could go into the Togemon, which then become a level 5, could become a Jijimon, all this sort of stuff. And then we've got just agility training, just to help us with our consistency. Add any green card. All the cards in this deck are green, and also just help us with our Digivolution costs as well, because sometimes we are wanting for memory in this deck because we don't have any sort of memory tamers or anything like that. We definitely could play some. I think maybe you could play like Mimi, for example, so we can move stuff out of the breeding area. But I wanted to go for that adventure consistency and that color consistency to make sure the Togemon effect goes off. Because when the Togemon effect goes off after being played out by Jijimon or Cherubimon Ace, that's really cool, because it just gives us an ace target, gives us an unsuspend, gives us a bottom deck. It just unlocks so much for us. But that is the deck build, guys. Let me know what you think. If I've got time, this will be where we cut away to do some gameplay. Okay, so we're doing some gameplay. I'm just seeing if we've got some time to do some. So this might not even make the cut, I'll be honest, and hopefully it's a good match for us. This hand is not bad. We've got Tamers, we've got the Togemon. So do you know what? I'm actually going to keep it. Kind of risky, but we'll keep it. And we'll just see what we're going up against. Obviously, normally I do also speed these up. So we may very well do that if this match goes on for too long. If it's a shorter one, then we're okay. But if not, then we'll speed this one up. Again, I don't even know if this is going to make it to the video. It certainly won't if this guy takes any longer for his mulligan. I mean, fuck me, dude. Thank you. Right. Let's go to Gummymon. We're going to go into our Palmon. And then let's just go for an agility training for now. Search, and we'll grab ourselves our MegaKabuterimon. So we've got our level 5 for our Togemon combo. So this whole combo here will essentially be able to let us go up into MegaKabuterimon free, and then if they've got something out, we can gain the memory back with the Palmon, so that with the MegaKabuterimon effect. So pretty good going. And the next 2 turns we can just kind of play out these tamers. We can be chill, as long as we're not against anything too aggressive. And we're against Greymon, so that is going to be a fairly interesting matchup. Could be something that runs away from us. It could be something that doesn't do great. But okay, so we've got a red base but black memory boost. Okay, that's fair. That's cool. Probably playing like Ogremon X in there. I'd imagine the BT11 one. Let's see what they're going to add. Whatever they do add kind of tells us a little bit of information about their hand and, about what's going on in their life. What's going on in your life as well. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys are all good. Sorry, that was random. It's just a random thought whilst I'm waiting for this guy. There we go. So he's added the Metal Greymon, so it probably means he's got level 4 in hand, I would imagine. Right, we're going to leave Palmon there. She is chilling, and we're just going to go into Ty and Izzy. Hopefully they've got no Black War Greymons. If they've got Black War Greymons, we are not going to be in for a good time. Or Hades Force. Hades Force would also suck. But we'll see. They're pushing out already, so that's interesting. So they're going to go for the Greymon, play out the Ty. They can gain 2. Oh, they're going for that Ty. Okay. Gain 2. And leave us on 1. Okay. Right. Well, let's pray that they don't have... I mean, can we still do this? So, no, because we're not going to be digital... Well, so we go... Hang on, so we're on 1 memory. Push up, do that, suspend, gain 2. Go into Togemon for free. Go into MegaKabuterimon. Just take us back to 0. So we can potentially remove this. Yeah, screw it. It's not the combo we wanted to do. But I feel like if they have a Black War Greymon or something, we are just absolutely boned. So let's go here. In fact, tell you what, let's instead go to Tortomon. Get our green gacha engine going. Then we're going to go for 3 into MegaKabuterimon, which actually is reduced by 1. Completely forgot about that. Suspend that, gain 2, passing turn back to us, and then we will go, because I've got no protection, we will go, we'll go Or I could do the Lillymon. I mean, that's gonna leave them a lot of memory, but do we do the Lillymon now, or do we do Zephagamon? Because Zephagamon, if we hit something big, yeah, I'm gonna. This is dumb. It's gonna leave them on 5, but we're gonna do this. We can then do this. Just gonna bottom deck their Metal Greymon, and then do this. Do the alliance here, and attack with this, and swing. Get a draw. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the about my Tortomon. So we'll do the Tortomon effect. I will plonk Palmon to the top because we know we're going to get our rookie back next turn. Then do the alliance. 2 checks on 17k. Not bad. Okay, and that's them on 5. So that is a lot to leave them on, but they also don't have anything out. They've got nothing in the breeding area, so we've got a turn where they are having to build up. So let's see what they potentially build up into. Okay. Kind of a shame we're not getting to show off Jijimon. Oh, they're going for the start of main thing. That's fun. Could they be playing Wargreymon Ace? That could be a thing. They could be playing Wargreymon Ace. And that's got the blocker. Well, we've got a lot. Oh, no, we don't have Alliance. Oh, shit. Okay. So, which one did he force to attack? Well, we're about to find out. This one. Okay, cool. That's fine. So we're going to go this. We're going to draw one. Another Tortomon. We'll then do the Tortomon effect, and we will go. We'll just put this to the top. Just put us to 10. Let's see what they do. So it could be a Wargreymon Ace, which if it is, it would delete this. It won't delete this. Then a block. They're also going to get 10. Oh, they get to 10 and draw, actually. So we do match. So that's a shame. Oh, well. Right, we'll go build up in the back. The Palmon. Let's then... So they're going to go to 3 anyway. Let's go in with the Lillymon. Oh, it's a Gaiamon. There's a Gaiamon build. Okay, cool. We'll go agility. Try and get ourselves a new level 5 if we can. Lovely. That's exactly what we need. And then we will go into Joe and Mimi for 3. So they've got the scrambles. They can play out something to do a search. We're looking in a fairly good position right now, but they are in a position where they could start popping off. They did not use the scramble. Okay. That's fair. Go to Greymon, which is not going to play out anything. Go to Metal Greymon. Okay, so they're just playing structured X stuff. Like, right, we're going to do this. Do the thing. And then we're going to do the other thing to go up into our Togemon. Now, the only annoying thing here is that we do kind of waste this inheritable by using the Togemon to Digivolve up into the MegaKabuterimon for free. But it is what it is. Suspend that. Gain 2. Right, so what can we do now? We don't have any other level 5s. If we did, I would do the Togemon. We could still do the Togemon. Because then this would gain Alliance. Swing in on... So it's currently on 8. It would go to 12. So could hit level 6. Don't know if we want to do that. I'll tell you what we will do. We'll go... Because they're going to go up to 3 anyway. Let's play out... I don't know if we want to play out the Togemon. I'm going to play out Tortomon. Screw it. And then that way I'm not... No selection. Then we'll go... I'm kind of wasting things here, aren't I? Maybe I should have gone for that, because if we bottom deck, then again, we don't need to bottom deck it. So let's go this for 5. Again, we're leaving them on quite a lot. I'm not going to choose anything to spend because I don't want to bottom deck this. I'm going to Vortex into this. Then Alliance with our Tortomon body. Then Unspent. Get a draw. So we're not really getting to show off any of Jijimon, which is a shame. Oh, crap. That's not good. That's actually really not good. Because that lets them play out an Agumon. Which does mess up their scramble. So they could have just scrambled into an Agumon, to be fair. But it gives them the opportunity to potentially build up into something. And if they build up into Gummymon, this Zephagamon ace is cooked. And also, to be fair, if they play out an Agumon now, it will be able to attack next turn. So that is kind of bad news bears for us. Yeah, there's the Agumon. They are on 0 security, so hopefully we can hold out. Do at least have a big blocker, but they've got capacity to go 2 into a level 4, 3, and then into the Gummymon, if they've got one in hand, which would then allow them to Digivolve up. Yeah, there's the Greymon to force an attack again. Who we doing? You can do Zephagamon? You can do Zephagamon. Okay, fair. We've got the Alliance again. And then they're going to go into the Metal Greymon. Have they got the Gummymon? Yes. So they force this to attack, despite the fact... Oh, no. Because we're... Oh, it's play cost, isn't it? It's 13 play cost, not DP. Then they're going to Digivolve into Gummymon. Fair. Are they aware we're bigger? And we will lose blocker if we do that, so no. Oh, no, hang on. No, we're not bigger because of the tie. So, no, we're not going to do that. So maybe we should have gone Paladin mode ace. Oh, lol! Never punished! Never punished! Oh, I should have gone Paladin mode ace. Because it would have got rid of all their stuff. And then we would have attacked and just bottom decked them. But GG to that random Greymon player. We did get some gameplay in. That's cool. We didn't get to see Jijimon, which is annoying. So let me know if you want me to run this one back, or if you want this to appear in something else. I'd love to play this in Jank Tank. But you know, I don't know if it's technically legal because we have the meta engine rule and adventure's technically meta. So, you know, I would say it's probably not legal in Jank Tank, but that was the deck. I hope you guys liked it. I know it's not EX9, the algorithm will not like it, so please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ding that notification bell, and show us some love in the comments. And let me know how you guys play your green gacha builds. Do you sprinkle adventure, or do you want to play it a bit more old school? You know, let me know. Anyways, we'll see you again on the next video, whenever that may be. But until then, keep it digital.